uploaded all of your vocab words, all that good stuff into Google Classroom for you. But we're going to get started. Going to give you the intro into this section, all that good stuff. So take good notes. We're going to get the context, all that good stuff, and move forward from there. So, last week, what did we talk about last week? Enlightenment, okay? We talked about the Age of Enlightenment. We talked about all of the big thinkers. You had the project, your page and a half, all that good stuff. Before that, we were talking about monarchies, okay? So, assuming what we know up to this point, the majority of the civilized world has what form of government? A monarchy, right? Okay, exactly. Everybody has a monarchy still, okay? So, we've got monarchies, all that, everything's hunky-dory, everything's going good. England is the top dog on the food chain, okay? Absolutely top dog, nobody else. It's kind of like college football. Alabama is always like top. Nobody ever questions it anymore, even though it's really annoying. Okay, there we go. That's England at this point. So, England, Britain, interchange. Okay, so Britain becomes a global power. Most powerful country in the world at this point. Obviously, because the United States doesn't exist yet. So, it had greater ability to trade due to its location and colonies. The big thing is, England wasn't just this little island that you see right here on this map. It wasn't just the little island anymore. We talked about with Queen Elizabeth and all of these other monarchies that they expanded, right? They went out, they sent explorers, they sent people out to go see the world. And while they were there, they were founding colonies. That's how we got here. 13 stripes, 13 original colonies, okay? So, it's colonies and imposed fewer restrictions on trade than other nations. As they were going, they were settling these colonies, saying, hey, England, this is our land, this is where we're going, all that good stuff. This is us. And everybody that's there is like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. And look, you got to do what we say to do as far as England is concerned. But look, you can still trade with people. We're cool with that. That's fine and dandy. And everybody's like, oh, sweet. We like England. They're pretty cool. Because all the other countries are like, no. Once we take over, it's us. Like, it's that really over-possessive, overbearing, like, boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. It's like, when you start dating me, you can't talk to anybody else ever. I'm searching your phone. I'm getting all your passwords to, like, Instagram and Snapchat. Okay? That's how other countries were. And England's like, no, bro, I trust you. You're good. Right? I'll trust you till you give me a reason not to. And everybody's like, okay, I kind of like England. England's pretty cool, you know? So, it had won previous European conflicts. Okay? I know sports. I know football. That's why I talk football so much. If you don't get it, sorry. Okay? Why is Alabama favored to win the national championship every single year? Why? But why are they? Why does everybody just assume Alabama's going to win the national championship every year? Because they're good. Because they've what? They've won it before. Previous years. They've won it before. Okay? They've won it before. So, with all that being said, everyone just assumed that Britain was going to do great things because they had done it before. Alright? They had won previous European conflicts. They had won wars before. So whenever Britain stepped up to fight somebody, everybody was like, ooh, the other team doesn't look so big anymore. Okay, they don't look so good when you go against a big, heavyweight, big dog of an entire continent versus a little peasant village like the United States. Okay? So, they've got great ability to trade because they've got places everywhere. The sun never sets on the British Empire. They were huge. They had the colonies in North America. They had colonies down in the islands in the Caribbean. They had colonies all over Africa and Asia and had all of Australia. They had someplace in just about every continent except for Antarctica. Antarctica's for penguins. Always remember that. So, they had a lot of colonies. They had won wars before. and it held a monopoly on the slave trade. Okay? We don't really like to talk about that, obviously. But there was a lot of money to be made there. Okay? Free labor, in their opinion, was always good labor. Okay? So if they could get a huge group of people working for free and then make some money off those people, they're going to do it. And they owned the market, so to speak, on the slave trade in Spanish America. Okay? In Central America, South America, all of that. If there were slaves to be sold, it came from England at this point in time. So making all kinds of money off of that. And then England took control of Ireland, took control of my home, of my people, in the 1600s, and then it joined Scotland and Wales in 1707 to create the United Kingdom. Okay, the United Kingdom right there. It's united. It's all of these different countries uniting under one flag. So not only are they big, not only do they have a lot of land, and they've got a lot of slaves, so they got a lot of money and trade and all that, but now they've also got other countries involved. So now if you go to war with England, who else do you go to war with? Scotland, Ireland, and one more. Wales. Okay? And we're like, Wales? What? Okay? But every country helps, right? Everybody helps. Wales, yeah, it's an itty bitty bitty country. Okay? So, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, along with England, with its hundreds of colonies everywhere. Okay? So you're getting attacked from all sides. But they are a global power. Does it seem, as of right now, does it seem like a good idea for the United States to try to pick a fight with these guys? No. Alright? This is like a huge, like, New Orleans Saints versus, South Forest. Okay? That's not going to end well, right? It's like common sense tells us that. It's a David versus Goliath situation. But we did it. Hey-o. Okay? So, that's just setting the tone for you. That's setting the stage so that you can understand what all was going on here. Okay? There was no reason at all for us to have even had a chance in this. But we still took that chance. So, next slide. If it'll, there we go. So, George III, he's going to be one of your vocab words. You need to know that name. Okay? Like, I need you to know it so well on your deathbed. You're like, King George III was so-and-so, and you're just listing all this stuff off, and you don't even get to tell your family where, you hit $1 million. Okay? So, King George III. You're absolutely right. You got like a million different things about history to talk about, and then absolutely no way that you're going to get to tell them where the money is. So, George III began a 60-year reign. 60 years. We get tired of our leadership, as far as presidents after 8, sometimes after 4. Imagine having Donald for 60 years, okay? It's not going to work very well. We get very tired of it. So, 60 years. Okay? Imagine, just take a lucky guess here. What country was he the king of? England, absolutely. Okay? He's the king of England, King George III. He ruled for 60 years. Okay? He was enlightened, which means what? He used thought. He used his brain. He used reason, right? Okay? We talked about that. That entire section of education and the arts and just all of the sophistication that came from it. This guy, they're trying to prove the point, this dude was educated, he was smart, he had the finest education that money could buy because he was a king. Okay? So, his goal, although he was enlightened and although during the Enlightenment we kind of tried to step away from big government and different situations like that, his goal was to reassert royal power. He was taught, hey, big government isn't the best idea. Absolute power doesn't really come from God, it comes from the people. He's like, I know all that. I've been taught that my whole life. But you know what? I want all the power. Now that's a great guy right there, right? I want all the powers. So, that's his goal, to reassert royal power. He wanted to end the Whig domination. Okay, this is a political party in England at that point, and eventually in the United States. He wanted to choose his own ministers, dissolve the cabinet system, and make Parliament follow his will. Okay? With all that being said, he wanted to take away all